Let me ask you something real. How many times have you felt that deep, heavy moment when you looked at your life and thought, this isn't how it was supposed to be? Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's your body. Maybe it's your relationships. You had a picture in your mind, a vision of how life should look. And somewhere along the way, it didn't turn out that way. Every single one of us has what I call a blueprint. It's that invisible story that lives inside your mind. The rules, the expectations, the standards of how your life should be. That blueprint controls your emotions more than anything else in the world. When your life matches your blueprint, you feel happy, alive, grateful. But when your life doesn't match your blueprint, you feel pain, frustration, even hopelessness. And that pain doesn't come from what's happening outside of you. It comes from the gap between your reality and your story. Some people are living lives better than they ever imagined, yet they're still not happy because their blueprint keeps changing. Their expectations rise faster than their gratitude. Others might be facing real challenges, even heartbreak, yet they still find peace because their story allows room for imperfection. So if you want to feel fulfilled, if you truly want happiness, you have only two choices when life doesn't match your blueprint. You can change your life or you can change your blueprint. That's it. You can either make your life fit your story or make your story fit your life. I once met a woman, beautiful soul, strong, kind, giving, but she was depressed. She told me, Tony, I've done everything right. I went to school, built a business, raised my kids, gave everything to my husband, but I'm miserable. I asked her, what's your blueprint? She said, I thought by now I'd be loved, respected, fulfilled. And I looked at her and said, maybe the problem isn't your life. Maybe the problem is your story of how life should be. Her life wasn't broken. Her expectations were. We all have that same pattern. You thought you'd be married by a certain age. You thought you'd have more money. You thought people would stay who didn't. And now you suffer. Not because you failed, but because your story didn't go as planned. Happiness isn't the absence of problems. Happiness is when life aligns with your values, your truth, not your fantasy. If life doesn't match your blueprint, you can take action. You can rise. You can change your body, your mindset, your direction, or you can adjust your blueprint and say, maybe my timing isn't wrong. Maybe it's divine. Maybe this pain isn't here to destroy me. Maybe it's here to teach me. The most dangerous story is not the one the world tells you. It's the one you tell yourself. If your blueprint says you're not enough, no achievement will ever fill that void. And if it says you can only be happy when things are perfect, you'll never allow yourself to be happy at all. You can't always control life, but you can control the story that gives your life meaning. That story, that blueprint, decides whether you live in pain or in power. I once worked with a billionaire who had everything people dream of: money, fame, freedom. Yet he sat across from me and said, Tony, I'm miserable. He told me no matter how much he did, it was never enough. His blueprint said success equals perfection, and perfection doesn't exist. So no matter how high he climbed, he still felt like a failure. I told him, you don't need a new life. You need a new blueprint. He didn't need more achievements. He needed more appreciation. He didn't need to earn higher. He needed to redefine what success meant to him. Fulfillment isn't about getting what you want. It's about becoming who you're meant to be. When people feel truly stuck, when they feel hopeless, it's usually because they believe two things. First, life doesn't match my blueprint. And second, there's nothing I can do about it. That's when pain turns into suffering. The human spirit can handle almost anything except the belief that it's powerless. And you're never powerless. You're never out of options. You're never finished. Life is happening for you, not to you. Every obstacle, every delay, every heartbreak. It's not punishment, it's preparation. It's shaping you, teaching you, carving the strength you'll need for what's next. So stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to make me become? Maybe you didn't get what you wanted because you're meant to build something bigger. Maybe that breakup wasn't rejection. It was redirection. Maybe that failure wasn't the end. It was the beginning of your real story. The moment you change your story, you change your life. There are 3 things that create lasting happiness: growth, giving, and gratitude. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not giving, you're empty. And if you're not grateful, nothing will ever be enough. So start where you are. Grow a little every day, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Give more, not because you have to, but because you can. And practice gratitude. Not someday, but right now, in the middle of the mess. That's how you shift from suffering to fulfillment. Because no matter where you are enough. You're capable. You're built for more than survival. You're built for transformation. The world doesn't need another perfect person. It needs a real one. Someone honest about the struggle, but unwilling to stay there. So if your life doesn't match your blueprint today, don't despair. Rewrite it. If your story says, I can't, change it to, I will. If it says, it's too late, change it to, my time starts now. If it says, I'm broken, change it to, I'm becoming. Your blueprint isn't destiny, it's design. And you can redesign it anytime you decide. When life matches your blueprint, you're happy. When it doesn't, you have 2 choices. Change your life or change your blueprint. Either way, you win. Both paths lead to growth, to power, and back home to the real you. So live with purpose, love without condition, grow without fear, and never forget. The story you tell yourself is the story you live. Make sure it's one worth living.